Hey guys, today I have a book haul to share with you. So let's get going. I have 10 books here that I would like to share with you guys. A couple of these I have actually already read and reviewed at some point. The first book that I have here is a book that's actually on my TBR this month, and this is a book that I won off of Goodreads, so thank you Goodreads. This is The Cottingley Secrets by Hazel Gaynor, and this takes place in 1917 following two young Yorkshire cousins, Frances Griffiths and Elsie Wright, who claim to have photographed fairies at the bottom of their garden in Cottingley, England. And when none other than the famous author Sir Arthur Conan Doyle declares the photos are real, they become a national sensation, bringing magic to a world torn apart by war. The girls keep their secret about the photos for decades until they decide it's time to tell the truth. And yeah, this is a very iconic moment in history, very iconic photographs if you've never seen them. Next, I have the final volume in the Loki Agent of Asgard graphic novel series by Al Ewing, and I have already read and reviewed this on this channel. And all you gotta know about this, it's Marvel Comics. It's about Loki, evil brother of Thor. Next, The Magician's Land by Lev Grossman, book 3 in the Magician's trilogy, and I have not started the series yet, you guys, and I'm really disappointed about that. I'm dying to get into this series. I had previously bought the first two books, and I was waiting to purchase the third book so I can get going. So yeah, now I have no excuse. I have all 3 books. I can binge read them. Plus, oh my god, you guys, the TV series on Sci-Fi. I freaking love the TV series, so hopefully these books do not disappoint me. And yeah, if you don't know what the Magician series is about, so the best way to describe it, how a lot of people describe it, is kind of a modern Harry Potter, you know, but with adults rather than kids, because these characters are more like college age, and yeah, the magic is more rough and more real and more crazy, more sexy, I'm assuming. Next, I have Battlestorm by Susan Crinard, and this is book 3 in a series. This is just a trilogy as well. I've only read the first book, but I finally have the complete trilogy now, so I can binge my way through it. That's something that I've been trying to do recently, looking through all of my books, looking at books that I have read, maybe the first book, maybe I've read the first 2 books, I need to finish the series, so I'm trying to finish up a lot of series so I can get through them all. So yeah, this is definitely a series I need to get through now that I have the complete trilogy, and this is like a urban, supernatural sort of story, a contemporary setting, and it's like a retelling of Norse mythology, and yeah, following this Valkyrie named Mist. Next, I have Winter Spell by Claire Legrand, and this is a retelling of the Nutcracker. Yeah, it says it takes place in New York City, 1899. Clara Stoll, the mayor's ever-proper daughter, leads a double life. Since her mother's murder, she is secretly trained in self-defense with the mysterious Drosselmeyer. Then on Christmas Eve, disaster strikes. Her home is destroyed, and her father is abducted by beings distinctly not human. To find him, Clara journeys to the war-ravaged land of Cain. Her only companion is the dethroned prince, Nicholas, bound by a wicked curse. If they're to survive, Clara has no choice but to trust him, but his haunted eyes burn with secrets. Ooh, sounds sexy. So yeah, this is clearly young adult of some sort, but what really got my attention was a retelling of the Nutcracker, which sounds awesome, something really unique and different. And next, I have already read this book, and there should be a review of this coming out shortly, hopefully, and this is the graphic novel Wires and Nerve by Marissa Mayer, and it's a continuation of the Lunar Chronicles series, which I love and adore, and I'm so sad that I'm finished with that series. So yeah, I'm so glad though that Marissa Mayer is continuing in the world with some of these graphic novels. And if you don't know what the Lunar Chronicles series is about, it's basically sci-fi retellings of popular fairy tales like Cinderella, Red Riding Hood, Rapunzel, things like that. So yeah, this graphic novel is just a continuation of that series, where that series left off, and it follows a character named Aiko, who is an android, and she's best friends to the Cinder character in that series. And yeah, I love this book, you guys. I freaking love this, so good. I definitely can't wait for volume 2. And I have another book here by Marissa Mayer, and it's Heartless. And this is a retelling of Alice in Wonderland, which I think is fairly obvious judging from the title. And yeah, telling how, I guess the Queen of Hearts, I think is who it is, telling how the Queen of Hearts became the villain of Alice in Wonderland. So I'm very excited to get to this. Like I said, I love and adore the Lunar Chronicles. Marissa Mayer has yet to disappoint me, so I think I will really enjoy this. Next, I have Pegasus by Danielle Steele. And you know, this is really distracting back here because here's a large, huge photo of Danielle Steele herself. I really hate when books have a huge author photo on the back. I don't know, the book is not pleasing to look at for some reason. I mean, she's nice, she's a nice looking lady, nothing against her, but yeah, I hate when the author photo is back here. Seriously, it's kind of distracting and creepy. But yeah, this book, it's historical fiction. It takes place during World War II. And it's about this family. There's a very lengthy plot summary here, you guys, but just to give you the idea of it, it's about this family, and I guess they discovered that there is some Jewish blood running in their veins. So of course, this is World War II. They got to get the hell out of wherever it is they're living at the moment, somewhere in Europe it sounds like. I'm not sure if they are living in Germany. I think, yeah, it says this family, they must flee Germany. And the big thing about this book, since there is a horse here, it's about the famous, how are they pronounced? The Lipizzaner Horses? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But, you know, the really white, beautiful horses that, you know, they kind of go on tour with occasionally. So this family, my understanding is that they have these horses, and so the family themselves have to get out of Germany. They got to take these horses with them as well, and yeah, make a new life in America. Yeah, I think I'm doing a pretty bad job on this plot summary here, you guys, but yeah, this sounds like a really cute book with not only this family, but just the relationship with these horses as well. The next book I have here is Lamentation by C.J. Sansom, and this is part of the Matthew Shardlake series. I love these books, you guys. What book is this in the series? I think this is either book 5 or 6 in this series, and they all take place in Tudor England during the reign of King Henry VIII. It follows this guy named Matthew Shardlake, and he's often sent out to figure out these murder mysteries for the king. And seriously, I love this series, you guys. It's so good. I always get excited when a new one comes out. I need to finish up the series because I've kind of been reading the series really sporadically, like not even in order. Whenever I happen to find a book, I just kind of read it because you don't have to read this series in order at all. And the last book I have here is Queen of Fire by Anthony Ryan, part of A Raven's Shadow trilogy. And like I said earlier, I'm trying to conclude trilogies. This is one of those series that I finally managed to get the final book so I can conclude it all. I read the first book in the series, now I'm complete. I can binge the whole thing. Definitely dying to finish. And this is a fantasy series, takes place in a fantasy world, very much like a Game of Thrones, if that's your sort of thing. Yeah, if you love a Game of Thrones, I think you'll definitely love this series. It's very reminiscent of that. And yeah, this whole series just follows this guy when he's really young. His father drops him off at the gates of this mysterious order where he can be trained to become a warrior, and that's kind of what this whole trilogy is about his journey as this infamous warrior in this world. So, yeah guys, I believe that was it for this book haul. Only 10 books to share with you guys. I'm excited for every single one of them. In the comments below, have you guys read any of these books? Which one of these should I read sooner rather than later? Just let me know your thoughts down below. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye guys.